And that's why in Tantra we have a symbol where two triangles are superimposed on each other. The triangle which points upwards traditionally means right action, and the triangle pointing downwards means wisdom. And many traditions, certainly many Indian traditions, Native American traditions, Jewish tradition, have used the symbol. And who knows who got that symbol first? Were these Jews, Jews call it Star of David, or Tantrics in India, who knows? And it really doesn't matter. And frankly, the symbol itself doesn't matter very much as well. What's important is that right action, observant action, helps with developing wisdom, and developing wisdom helps with action. Action and wisdom are two very important ones, and the balance between the two is maintained by devotion. What's devotion? Well, devotion ultimately is the desire to live a really, really good life, to live godly life, or to live fulfilling life, to live life full of joy. That's why bhakti or devotion and ananda or bliss or ultimate pleasure are interrelated. Many people say that the act of loving God is the same as being with God, is the same as being in infinite bliss. And that's why people who have awakened their devotion, and devotion is something which we all have very deep inside us, then these are the people who you can immediately say they're happy, you can see that they're happy, and that happiness is deep. It's an abiding happiness. It's not just a happiness they get from some pleasure. It's not a happiness which you get from eating ice cream. While you're eating, you're happy. When you stop eating, you regret that you ate so much. Or not. Depends how much you like the ice cream. Now we come to the fourth yoga, Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga is basically a collective name for different spiritual practices called yogas, mostly meditation. What's the importance of these practices? Well, as I already said, they're secondary in the sense that they do help develop devotion, they do help to deepen the mind, particularly its attentiveness, its concentration, its focus on being attentive. But you don't really need to have formal practices to develop this attention. You can just do it by becoming wiser and by doing action. The distillation of Raja Yoga done by my guru and several others is called the Raja Yoga. This is basically a collection of practices which help with development of devotion and wisdom and the right action. In my personal life, I discovered, and that's why I'm talking about this today, that meditation, while important, I have seen so many people who have done a lot of meditation, but they are still thieves, manipulators, and very, very unwise. So my whole emphasis in modern seers is on the right action, right wisdom, and right devotion, versus overemphasis on spiritual practices such as Raja Yoga, Raja Yoga, while at the same time being immoral, unwise, and otherwise dogmatic, limited-mindedness, limited-minded. So in modern seers, I emphasize right action, right wisdom, right devotion, and and direct people away from dogmas, immorality, and otherwise unwise behaviors, even though they might have superior concentration, power, which they got from many years of meditation. And yes, I've seen people who have done 30, 40, 50 years of meditation, and they still are manipulators, thieves, and otherwise immoral people. And I don't want my students to be that way. I want them fundamentally to be oriented towards depth, towards acquiring the right knowledge. I hope this is helpful.